Hey gang, today we're going to do Journey's Who's Crying Now, one of Neal Schon's most soulful solos. Really melodic, doesn't go nuts on it at all, but it's a really nice one to learn. It's got some really precise bends, and it's not too hard to digest. So we're going to do this one note for note. Hey, as always, if you like it, click the like button, and if you haven't yet, subscribe for one of these every week. We'll see you in just a second. Okay, gang, let's go over this note for note. First things first, you can download the tab from the link in the description. It's going to make your life a little bit easier. Second thing, the sound. Now, I've got a little bit of overdrive on this. I've also got a decent amount of reverb. I'm using a Hall type of reverb. And I've got a tiny bit of delay, but you don't want too much. You don't want too much. That should give you an idea of how much. Also sounds good clean if you want to play it clean. All right, second thing is the chords. I'm going to definitely do clean on this one. Let me show you. Now, of course, it's played over a piano vamp with a bass coming in once in a while, and there's a repetitiveness to the piano vamp, which I'll show you in just a second. But the chords are basically this. They basically start out in A minor 7th. You can think of this as all in A minor, or C major is the relative major key for that. But A minor is the thing. So it starts out with like an A minor 7th to an F major 7th, E minor 7th, back to an A minor 7th. And all those chords fit nicely into an A minor framework. Now the vamp is a little bit different. If I just play sort of triads here, it kind of sounds like this. Right, so that's what the piano is playing, the bass is playing there. And it lends itself, because those chords and the triad, the piano chord vamp there, or progression, is very, very similar every time. It lends itself to a repetitive pattern, and that's what works so well in this song. I love it. All right, let's go over the solo now. I'm going to play the first line, and we'll play it pretty slowly, and then we'll break it down just a tad. Okay, here we go. Up here on the 12th position, starting out on the 15th fret. All right, so basically all we're doing is we're walking down with a pedal point here. The pedal point is the 15th on the first string, right? The 15th fret on the first string, this note right here. And we're walking down that A minor scale in the 12th position. So we're playing this. All right, which is just stepwise. And we're doing that 3 times, okay? Now, we should note, just if you want to, this is actually an A minor 7th, and that G, which is the 15th on the first fret, is the minor 7th of A. One of the reasons that works so well is because we're hitting that minor 7th. Reflects the chord really well. All right, anyway, that's just in passing. Okay, we do that 3 times, and then we play this. And that's just hitting the 14th on the 3rd string, the 12th on the 2nd, and bending up a half step and letting it come down repeatedly and just kind of letting it die out. Now you want to play it really smoothly. You want to play single notes. You don't want to play this. You want to sound like AC/DC. You want to have it sound very smooth. All right? So there we go. Here is the second line, very similar to the first. Okay, obviously this is very, very similar. we're simply playing, instead of when we play, that's all the same, but instead of playing this, we play the original 15th, and then we bend it up a step and let it hang. All right? So one more time, it just goes like this. All right? Okay. I like giving it lots of vibrato, so it ends up with a sustain, ends up putting a little more feeling on it. Neal Schon, being a blues player, probably appreciates that. I hope he does anyway. All right. Here we go. Here's the real solo part. Okay, so here's the first line. Very straightforward. Okay, we're sliding up to the 14th on the 4th, 12th on the 3rd, 14th on the 3rd, and hitting that twice, bringing it down. Lots of variations you can play on that, but that's what he's playing. Okay, here's the next line. Okay, so a nice little pull off and then skipping a note in the pentatonic and hitting the next note. That's kind of nice. I like that a lot. So we're playing on the 3rd, 14th pull off 12, playing the 12th on the 4th. Okay, coming down to the 10th on the 4th again. So 10th, 12th, slide up to the 14th, play the 10th again, 12th on the 5th. Ending the note by playing a little, coming back up a little. Very typical blues sort of thing, 10 and 12 on the 4th. Okay, here's the whole line again. Here's the coolest line, I think. Here we go. Let me play it one more time. Okay, again, we're just walking up the A minor scale here, starting on the 4th string. Here's this little dipsy doodle here. We're playing up and down and then walking back up. So that's a little hammer on and pull off at the 12th on the 2nd string, 12th to the 13th. Bend up. Okay, and then we're going up to the octave by sliding up from the 15th, kind of a little double stop there in the first 2 strings, 15th fret, sliding up to the 17th. Now, I like playing the 17th again, but I listen to the record, he doesn't do this. He doesn't do that, he does this. Go figure. Anyway, that's what he does. He doesn't do this. That's what I always did my whole life. So anyway, we're just sliding up from the 15th to the 17th, playing the 2nd and the 1st, and then bending up that 17th a whole step. All right, here we go. Last 2 lines. Get ready to bend. I hope you have some calluses on your left hand. Here we go. We're going to come out of that last line with a 1.5 step bend. Here we go. Okay, so we will, as I said, we're going to start with a 1.5 step bend, bring it down, and then play, this is all on the 15th and 17th on the 1st string. Here's a 1 step bend. Another 1.5 step bend. Here comes the next one. Or that was a 1 step bend, I'm sorry. Here comes the next one. That's a 1.5 step bend. All right, and here is the last line. Let me play that again really slowly. Important thing to get is the vibrato on this last one. It's really a nice sounding lick. Here we go. All right, and that's all in this position right here at the 14th. So there you go, folks. Journey, Who's Crying Now? A very nice melodic lead. Hope you enjoyed this one. We will see you on down the road.